So we've come to number 2 on our first 5 culinary herbs, the 5 that I think are probably the most useful for you to grow. And this is the first of the 3 Mediterranean herbs. That's sage, rosemary and thyme. Very, very different from the parsley we were talking about before. This needs a really, really well drained soil. As you can see, this is growing at one end of our little potager outside the kitchen. I think the closer you can grow herbs to your kitchen, the better. And it's growing in quite a large pot. Sage likes a biggish pot, but not very rich soil. The soil is 50% very coarse grit and 50% soil-based compost to give it some weight. And it makes it easier to water it when you water it. But with sage and thyme and rosemary, which we'll come on to next, resist the temptation to overwater them. If you are quite mean with the water, you'll get a much better concentration of flavour in the leaves, and that's what we're growing this beautiful plant for, is the concentration of flavour in these leaves. They're quite felty, they're quite downy. I use sage quite a lot in my cooking. I use all my herbs quite a lot. Sage is brilliant with pork. I also make quite a lot of sage infused oil, which is great with any of the butternut squashes or the squashes. Very, very easy to grow. Works much better if you start off with a small plant rather than cuttings. Cuttings can be quite slow to establish, a bit like thyme in that respect. You can get this, which is the classic culinary sage. You can get a thin leaf variety. Some people say has a better flavour. I am undecided on that really. I don't think it does. There's a very pretty purple variety which gives you exactly the same taste. So you could grow this with a purple variety, but this is the second one, sage. If you're going to grow it, you need quite a largish pot, as I say, because it makes quite a large bush. Normally burns itself out after about 5 years. So after about 4 years, if you then took cuttings, you'd have some ready to replace it. So that's the second of our 5, that's sage, the first of the Mediterranean herbs. If you were going to feed it at all, I'd probably only feed this plant this size twice a year. Once in May, and again probably in August, with a half strength feed of liquid seaweed fertiliser. So that's sage, and I hope you're enjoying this video blog on sort of culinary herbs. And from sage we'll move on to rosemary.